I'm here with Toledo, Ohio artist A.B.M.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
And we're here in his studio, and we're gonna spend a little bit of time with him, talk about what he's done, where he came from. Where are you from specifically?
Born and raised Toledo, Ohio, but the South End is where I grew up.
Yeah. We'll get into that pretty soon. There's a representation of that also, which is really dope. It's one of my favorite ones because, you know, well, you don't know, but I lived on the South.
I know now.
Yeah, so let's get right into it. And Doc is somewhere in the building. I'm sure you'll see him at some point, or at least hear his voice, right? What up, Doc?
There he is.
We're good. I'm still alive.
So this piece, all right, his art, guys. Let me just kind of please, bro. His art is so dope, and I'm kind of biased. I really like one of my favorite artists. Okay, I have two really my favorite. My favorite artist is Doc. Also, you know, my second favorite artist is Mr. Basquiat. But in no particular order, bro, the stuff that you have, bro, like, you're easily a favorite in the city. What is this piece, and what does it represent?
This piece represents, well, my anxiety took over with this piece. I felt, I don't know why, but I needed to make it. Maybe it would calm me down once I seen it, and then maybe create something like Panic into something beautiful. So I tried doing that, but I'm really abstract. Excuse me, sorry. So I moved this twine of wire around until it reminded me of the fires that happened 1 year ago in Canada. You could smell the fire, the smoke, all the way here in Ohio.
That's so crazy, bro. Like,
and it triggered something I felt for nature. I felt for the area, the trees, the oxygen. It just, I think I worry about everything a little too much, and I think that took over. So I wanted to have the green on the frame to represent the trees, the lightly misted white to have the haze, and this represent the big like ash cloud going up. Yeah, because it was all over the news, and then the birds escaping.
Yeah, that's
you gotta show the birds flying away from you.
Can we get a little bit closer?
Yeah, I'll zoom in.
Dude, like, the mist is dope. Like, the smoke is what caught me. It's like, you're right, anxiety. Like that, I guess that would explain anxiety. It's pretty dope.
Wild chaos. I think that might be the mess of it.
Like, it was like 6,000 fires, bro. Like,
it was pretty scary. It was huge. I don't know. That one did something for me.
I think it did a lot for a lot of people. A lot of people just they just pass it off. It's like, okay, it's just another thing that happened, but it's not normal. Like,
no, it wasn't normal. I thought it was fog at first, but it was, my mind started going crazy. I knew it wasn't fog.
It covered the whole city.
It did.
It's crazy. Let's can we get into some like some of your other pieces? You're from the South End, right?
Correct. Yes.
All right, cool. So let's just jump right into that, bro. Like, come on, if you're from the city, you know what you know. What I'm saying? You know
I had to make sure I had the high level, had the skyline in the back. We had the 280 bridge right here. 280. We got some Converse hanging from the street poles.
Because that was it on the South. Like, that was really
right.
It on the South.
It was a thing. There was like multiple pairs back in the day. You really don't see that, but that was a thing growing up. Over here we have a lot of the streets I grew up on, or that you have to involve me. So
I lived on Colburn.
I think why not make? Oh hell yeah! Why not make like a little homage to the South End. So I have so many odd streets in the South End. So I have Broadway up there, Western and South Street. I grew up on Nor. So
Okay. Yeah, right around the corner.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Yeah, for sure. It is too.
Dude, so, bro, let's talk about a couple more. I'll just do 2 more of my favorites, and you give me 2 of your favorites, because I kind of.
Oh man, okay.
Dude, this one right here.
Uh-huh.
If you're old enough to understand, if you know, like Nightmare on Elm Street. What?
This was my favorite movie. We played it like over and over again growing up. I was super scared of him, but it was like something like you still watched it. Yeah, I don't know why I was watching it, but
like
this shit out of me.
You know you're gonna jump
right
every
up
single
all
time.
night. But I was like, that'd be sweet to like put all of the favorite scenes that I liked in the movie into like a collage of that movie. Nice. So I think this is shoot, I ain't gonna kill it and say what number it is, but there's a lot of Freddy Kruegers. But this was my favorite one. This was like the junkyard scene. This was when she was getting pushed down by his foot in the quicksand.
Can you see all that? Yeah,
how the sleeping pills, the parents were like, thinking they were crazy, so they were trying to go to sleep. But when I go to sleep, here comes Mr. Freddy, here to give him a nightmare.
Yeah. And then my other favorite is like over there. So let's just get to
right.
What are some of your favorite ones here?
I would say out of this batch, it would be maybe this one, because when I was going through a hard time when I started back getting into art, this was one of my early pieces, and it was going into...
How long ago was that?
I think 6 years ago.
Okay.
So going back into it, not knowing as a painter who you are, what you're going to be doing, or even if it can go any further than what I was doing at that time. So
nice.
I'm abstract. I wanted something simple, but I also wanted like a little edge. So this was an earlier piece that I like.
Well, let's just jump to another subject as we just maybe go around and see like some of the things you've done. I want to ask you about something specific.
Okay.
What do you think is the cause for the disparity in the art community in this city? Because, bro, we got some of the dopest artists. Like, if you know, we got some sick artists in this city. And not saying that any other city doesn't, but they at least have a community where everybody's tight knit, and you can go to an art exhibit every weekend if you want to.
There is a lot, especially going around now. There wasn't too much, I would say, growing up downtown or like even functions, because I don't know why, but it just wasn't a good thing. The only thing that really was to do, the downtown was like abandoned, basically.
Right.
How Toledo was. It wasn't the places you really wanted to go. There was a lot of bums. There was, it was really
before the baseball field came.
Yeah.
Couldn't go around Commodore Perry or
it just sucked because I felt. It just sucked because I felt like, for Toledo, we really don't have anything,
right.
And then to see it as I'm older coming back around, and now it's like a totally new city. There's art everywhere, and when I say everywhere, everywhere. So many great artists in the city putting their stamps on the map. I think it's great.
And they all have their own different styles. Nobody's trying to follow each other. That's a cool thing about art in the city. You know what I mean?
When it all comes together, but everybody has their own thing.
Now, do you have any spots in the city where you specifically, where you have done that yourself, that you want to maybe even mention?
Have done what?
Like in terms of like worked on projects in the city or anything like that major things?
Yes. I have worked with a really cool friend of mine, Dean Davis, who reached out to me, and
I think he's from the city, Dean?
Yeah, even before he came up with the project with me, he would shout me out like, "Hey, your shit's really dope. Yeah. I like it." I always look like, someone who's out there that got, who is a little established is like saying something to me. Mm-hmm. So that was incredible. And then as our relationship got a little further, he offered me a spot to do 2 8-foot ostriches with several other artists, and they're displayed at the Golden Hind. I forgot it's right by LaGrange and something.
Okay, all right, okay. Wow.
But yeah, they're there.
That's
Review and
cool.
pleasure.
What other things have you done? Like, what was it? There was a pink party or something this past weekend, or was it?
Me and my buddy right here, the man behind the camera, we went to the pink party where we ran into a few artists. There was this lady who had tons of artwork. She was really cool, really good. Her name was Dee, I believe. I met up with Abigail. She was there. She goes from chalk to painting to there's this community fence she always paints on with the bees and the flowers. She's really dope. So going there.
Is that the one on Collingwood or?
I'm not really sure about the fence.
Okay, all right, okay.
But it could be.
Yeah.
And I think being at that spot and being around that environment was really sweet. Really sweet.
So what do you think is gonna take for us to get back to a place where, you know, artists, you know, you get paid for, because we talked earlier, like, man, like, what do you feel like you're worth? You know what I mean? So I guess that's the cool thing. What do you think a baseline for art is, and, you know, like, what's fair?
I think the baseline is you have to be serious. I think there's tons of different artists. There's some that are good from the get-go and some that have to learn.
Let's talk about, you know, what value, worth. Dude, I come to you and I say, bro, this Michael Jackson's dope. Like, well, I mean, first of all, before you tell me a price, why and what, like, makes you come up with that price for what you've done? Because it's obviously dope.
I think if you would have told me it was dope and you liked it, I don't think I would have set a price right away. I probably would have said something about it. Like, oh yeah, man, the fucking outfit was a bitch, you know, and then I probably would have like got into there. I don't know why I would explain it, but I would. Maybe because I think I always have to prove my thing, my anxiety. Yeah. But I would say, hell yeah, man, I appreciate that. Thank you. I worked really hard on it.
That's the thing about a genuine artist that's an actual person too, versus these haughty people. It's like, I genuinely believe you should pay $40,000 for this. I mean,
that'd be great.
It's easily worth that or more. In your heart, you just feel like you just want to be valued from your art. Yeah. No matter what.
Yes. No matter what.
Yeah.
No matter what.
As long as
because I do take it serious, so I think I put literally my all into it. So any compliment or any good feedback is.
I mean, this is
even bad feedback.
Right.
That pushes me harder. It could push my art in a different direction, but I get bored easy, so that's why I switch it up with tons of different.
This is your primary source of income.
Yes.
You take care of your family with your art. And
number one, I am a stay-home dad first, and this is my career. I'm trying to start off. I've been going hard for 6 years now.
This is so great, bro.
All on my own. I've had some little help, not down in it. But when I say little, it means like they've helped me out, but only like once.
So you're
so it's like I am
like fully independent.
I am striving, struggling, motivated, and coming for it all.
Was it hard from the start, or has it been like, you know what? You're right. I'm worth this. Let me put this out there. People come and see you. Like, you have a fan base. You have a group of, you have a niche. You know
I would say I've always loved art since I was a kid. You know, it goes way back, but I fell off because of life, just growing and becoming myself. But then I fell on really, really, really hard times, which lost my house. I had a baby on the way. The COVID, you know,
everything hit all at once.
Shit was going wild, and we really felt hard. But I've always loved art, so I got back into it, and I'm like, people were really liking it. So they said, thank you. They said, oh, why don't you try be like selling them and this, and I'm like, I don't want to buy that shit. Like, I mean, I guess because it wasn't like this. I told you I started on like
or the small canvas,
and it was just like I started finger painting my first. Yeah, I'm
Can
gonna
you see
move
some of
real
your
quick.
first? I mean, we can walk around.
I'll bring it back.
Dope.
Oh, sorry, I did that. Anyways,
That was one of your first.
starting.
I mean, come on, bro.
Starting back.
Yeah. Like,
My wife and I did she was helping me. I was down in a really hard spot, so we did like a wine and canvas at home to save money and have more fun. So we Googled
that's so great.
each Googled an image, and we both did it, and this was the one that did this.
Wow, that's
It's
awesome.
so symbolic too.
That's
like,
actually on my wife's leg.
Really?
That
Yeah,
was
it
it?
says she would love it. It says "live to die" on her leg, and then
That's dope.
Oh shit!
It's that lifeline.
Does it
Right?
say? Oh, good.
no, it
yeah,
doesn't say that, but it
was this
reminded
one.
me of Lifeline though.
And I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like I quit my job. I was super depressed, way bad.
That's it, and that's
And-
like it's so
Yeah.
it's so beautiful, bro. I was gonna be real corny, like, was it a nightmare?
No, never a nightmare. I always loved Jack Skeleton. This came out in '92.
See, you gotta tell me, bro. Like, I'm gonna ask, bro. Like, there's so many people that love this. Have you tried to sell it, or?
I do. I try to sell all my work.
Where do you
all
sell
my
on?
work is available mainly online, social media, Facebook, Instagram, things like that.
We'll be
And
linking all of those for
Do you
sure.
want to throw your links out right now?
Yeah.
Your tags? Any names?
A.B.M.
A.B.M.
Art by Mingo. I shortened it up. I used to go by Art by Mingo, but it means the same thing, and I thought it was more modern to shorten it up and to be more professional. So Art by Mingo. I've been going 6 years strong, all on my own, and I have a home gallery here in my basement. Home gallery studio.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
It's actually really dope.
I can appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Dude, like, so you do everything.
A little bit. I get bored super easy, and I used to get scared of pushing myself, but now it's like I see where I can. Oh, don't do that no more because I remember, or that I remember that happened. So now it's like you're teaching yourself.
You're teaching yourself because your art is transitioning with your life.
And you keep doing it, and you kind of run into you know how to fix the mistakes, or
Oh yeah, it's dope.
it's training yourself.
Dude, a Goofy movie is
Yes, Max.
one of my favorite ones. Talk to me.
Right, everybody doing the dance.
You know
hell
it's
yeah.
Tevin Campbell. You know.
I didn't know when I was younger, but I knew now. I thought it not that it was Michael Jackson, but it reminded me of like the
absolutely.
the hair.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? He reminded me of Michael Jackson.
And Tevin Campbell with that voice had that same kind of voice too, man. But that was a great movie.
Hell yeah.
Dude, man, we'll be linking all of these, your social media links and, other ways. As we've probably talked about 3 times since we've been here, we need to create a community where it's people that care about art and they're willing to appreciate the worth.
We're better in numbers.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is, and like you see the musicians hang out with the musicians, the tattoo artists they hang out in the tattoo places. I think it's great, and if everybody has their own style, there should be no competition because they don't have your style.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they can be good, but they're good at what they do, and stay on your lane.
Yeah.
Like, dude, and when it comes down to art, you want to stay in your lane, but at the same time, while you're in that lane, man, if there's more people in that
let's go. Oh yeah.
You
All right, you better get over.
Come on, let's go.
Right, I'm 37. Life goes quick.
Yeah, the older you get, it seems like the faster it goes by.
I'm gonna watch this years from now and be like, damn, I said I was at 37.
It's crazy.
You should be a millionaire by then.
Okay, Doc, what's your favorite piece in here? I mean, it's kind of hard to pick one. We haven't even been able to see.
Oh no, it's not. I have
me.
sequential favorites actually. Like I can give you the sequence of my favorites right now. So
Okay, let's do that.
I'm gonna walk this way real fast. Catch my way around.
That is so dope. Like,
I want you to know that that's number 2.
that's so.
And you ask yourself, like, how could it be?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Watch out for the laundry basket. That's your favorite.
like we didn't even know, bro. Neither one of us knew the other one said that one. I was like,
Boom.
dude, that's my
Right
favorite.
there.
I was like, this was
Name of this one, the Moon Man?
Moon Dude.
The Moon
I
Dude.
took the pictures at the art museum in front with that picture.
That is beautiful. That's number 1 right now to
That
me.
can be
I love that one. And then,
That's my
like I
number
said,
one.
2.
That's my number 1.
This is 2-2. And then, actually, specifically, this one over here with those
This
black
was,
ones
The ostrich.
right here.
Oh, that's so dope.
So, that was
How many of you guys was it?
It was 2. And there's the. That's sick as fuck. Never metal cut out.
It took a long time.
I didn't cut it out,
No,
but
I'm saying,
we
for the whole
had like
project.
2 weeks.
Really?
So maybe a week on each one, maybe.
That's dope. That's a lot of work though.
It was. It had to be done by Halloween.
Damn, bro. Really sick spot, bro.
I appreciate it a lot. This is my heart and soul. This is the beginning of something new. It was a new journey that I came back to over the years.
I like the fact that you're like really trying to make a name, not just for yourself, but for your city as well. Like, cause you really love this city.
I love to
like,
promote Toledo.
yeah,
When I do a video or post a picture with the art, I always put Toledo artists on there to represent for Toledo.
Yeah.
Or if a video is catching my eye, or not a video, if a piece is catching my eye to something along the city,
Right.
I go and have that in the backdrop of keep the video spicy.
Yeah,
and to represent Toledo.
Yeah,
So you'll be like, oh, I know where that's at, or
yeah,
something.
you have your own brand, but in your own style. But bro, it's like, how many styles do you have? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like,
I have a few, but I guess if abstract could be one thing, it'd be abstract is my style.
Right.
It's not necessarily something, but it's something to look at, and it just makes you feel a certain way looking at it because you know it's not. It could be just movements or colors, but people like get a certain feeling when they look at it.
yeah. They're like, you got a lot of warm, then you got a little like dark. Is there a reason why? I mean, not dark in a negative way, but is there a reason why a lot of it's dark?
Just because I like a lot of stuff. I like it different. I could be plain to sweats and white walls to like I want to throw on my lime green shoes and this orange hoodie and like go. I could be do all that. So with my art, maybe I think it could reflect how I was feeling around that
So it's
time,
your full
or to switch
personality.
it up. But either way, I have to force myself, I think, to grow and to reach my full potential as a artist, a mixed media artist, abstract.
I like talking to real artists because, I mean, a lot of people know like I did music and like since I was a kid, you know what I mean. And I made it to some pretty high levels. I know some pretty cool people, but still I'm here this struggling artist that just is questioning whether or not I should keep doing it or not. With visual arts, it's kind of the same thing, but not really because like you could be a 99-year-old person and create a complete masterpiece, and you're appreciated in that regard. How long have you been doing it?
I would say I've been doing art all my life. When I was in school, I used to get in trouble because I would be doing a lot more doodling on my work than my actual work. And then I would get bad grades and everything. It could have been growing up with severe anxiety to maybe me not focusing all my attention on that.
Right.
But art has always got my attention, and maybe it calms me. Maybe I do like it, but maybe I need to do it. Like, mental health is a serious thing, and I think this has helped me out, self-medicate, and maybe take me on a different road where it's going to lead to something good. So
good for a lot of people. Not only you and your family, but
yeah, my family. Yeah.
you know,
My wife there.
how many kids you got?
I have 3.
Nice.
I was gonna look. I thought I had the picture down here, but I must have moved it. I have 3. I have a boy and 2 girls.
Okay.
The boy's the youngest.
That's cool. That's cool. I have 5. I think. No, I'm just kidding.
Never know, man.
No, sometimes, man. Sometimes. No, man. Just kidding. But I have 5. One's 28. He'll be 29 in August, and then my youngest is 7. Oh, she'll be 7 actually. In September.
7.
Yeah,
oh,
bro,
man.
think about it. I'm old, man. I'm 47. I was married twice though. And you've been with your wife for how long?
Since 2009.
Nice.
Not married, but
Yeah, together. Yeah.
2009.
Nice.
I love her.
Nice. Clearly, yeah, she's awesome, and she knows Doc for a long time, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's her god
Yeah.
sibling. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Dude, the way we met was kind of weird because Zach kept talking about you, and I'm like, man, who is this dude, bro? Because Zach doesn't. Dude, he's kind of arrogant about himself, his art. Because I don't say arrogant in a way of negativity. I say he's arrogant in the way of he doesn't let anybody see it. And I'm like, dude.
Some people are like that.
Yeah, he knows he's good, but he's like, I don't know if I'm good enough to like sell it type stuff. And then him being that way, he doesn't really reach out to other artists. It had to be something special for you. Like I've known Zach,
It could have been that. I heard he does some art with wood, and we had a Christmas tree, and I was telling my wife like, "Hey, I'm about to, pitch it or burn it or something like that." And she's like, "Oh, we'll call or message him." And I think he was asking about some trees, and he's gonna do something with art. I'm like, okay. And I sent him a message, but I don't know, whatever. And then I went back a little more, and he asked about how would you go about getting your more art out there, or whatever. And I messaged him, and I'm like, "Hey, look how like that little hey there."
Just that one.
And then it became till now.
Snowballed into this. It's a pretty cool connection. Like it'd be cool to watch it from the sidelines, but I'm actually in the thick of it. It's pretty dope to actually be here and see the art, face up. The first thing I did was like,
thanks, man.
I already know somebody that's like, whatever he wants for it. You know what I mean? Like
when I started and like the abstract or like the style you see like that, I was really afraid of what people were gonna think. Like, oh, that's dark or demented, just whatever. But like, I like that, and like styles are changed. You can mix it up now. You just don't have to be one. I like this one thing. So my whole house has that one type of art style. So I think like it's a statement.
Right.
It's a statement.
So I was gonna come back around like how full circle it is. Like I see you do everything, even like the sculpting and stuff. A lot of people can't do it all. What about this, man? What is this, bro? Like I see these glass things. And you say they're, you didn't do any of it.
I'll grab this one.
Okay.
Okay. See this?
That's super dope. That's super, super, super dope.
It reminded me of a heart, like the valves.
The valves, exactly.
Of a heart and the like an abstract art, heart art.
Yeah. That's
so I was working at my job at Norplas, and I was there for 6 years, and I just started like collecting. Like I didn't even draw or paint or anything. Right. I wasn't A.B.M. again yet. So I would just look at it and just be like mesmerized. I'm like, it's art.
Hold on one second. Go.
Yeah, so like I said, this piece right here, it reminded me of a heart. You can see the valves right here. and just like the silhouette or like the droopiness of it reminded me of a heart. In 2013, I had a mild heart attack. I would say a few months before I got married. We got married in 2019. 13, sorry.
Wow.
And it really
Wait, what
scared.
year did you say you had a heart attack?
2013.
2013. Okay.
Wow. And it really scared me, but I did a few hearts in my thing, but not thinking of it. But like that's, I think, a thing that's
that one over there,
that's
bro. Like,
been played out through a few of my pieces. So I think maybe that's subliminally me still thinking about it, or like because it happened. And
you need that closure, and that was kind of one of those things that made that attachment to that.
So
it's pretty dope. It's really dope.
Like this, along with
Do
the
you
other
think you
glass
can do
pieces.
stuff like that? That's why I came back around to it. Like, have you tried?
I have not tried, but I am going to try this. I've even tried to mimic, or still going to try to mimic, making it without making it. Like give the look of the blown glass.
So using another.
Because I mess around with epoxy and clay.
I can see that. That'd be
do
dope.
something. So I think that'd be sweet. But I do eventually want to do the glass blowing.
That'd take a lot of sanding and polishing, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we just got done watching the show. It was Blown Away. Me and my wife watched it, and it's just a contest show where there's so many people, and they go down to one winner, and they get like this big I forgot what you call it, residential.
Yeah.
Residency.
Okay.
For so long
Residency.
they get a prize, cash, and something else. So, and each week it shows one person get voted off, but it just shows everybody's pieces until it's at the end of the season where it's just that one.
That's dope.
So it's sweet. I haven't done it yet, but there's a place across from the art museum, the Pavilion, maybe I think it's called.
Okay.
I want to. Me and my wife want to
the
try and go there
Pavilion?
to
Yeah.
try to do a class.
Dope.
So it's booked. It's all the time. But my wife tries to do it. It's booked too. But I do want to get into glass blowing.
Which is, brings me to another thing that we should talk about, because there's some huge potential there with the connection that Zach made. Was it last weekend when you guys went down there? Man, we've talked about it before, but let's talk about it, man. Like, do you think? We're putting something together. You and Zach have made some pretty cool connections outside of each other and, collectively. So, do you think that the city will support what we're doing? And if not, what can we do to force them? If anything.
I would say you have to sell it. You have to bring it. You show your work. Let them know you are serious. You think
Toledo will show up?
I think they will show up if we had just a little help, a little pat on the back.
Just a little help, that's cool.
And the turnaround or the turnout, I think, will benefit way more than... way better for the positive than anything else.
Yeah, because you have to spread the wealth, man. And I'm not. This is in no way like a beg for help or a cry for a handout. This is just like, listen, if you're gonna go
local,
just go local. Whatever it is, the
city is
just go
full
local.
of artists, and I think if we all supported each other here, it'd be.
Crazy, we can set a standard for other cities too.
It'd be like a big community, like
Huge,
Toledo,
yeah.
like a art. We need
Toledo means art.
We have an art district, but we need a district.
Yeah,
district.
it would literally be Toledo means art.
Yes.
You think of Toledo, you'd be like, that's the art city. Just like the city.
Because we're hungry. These artists are killing it out here, and to have the means, a little push to get you to where you need to go.
Do you respect urban art as it is with things like graffiti and
do you mean the graffiti art or like graffiti?
All of it, especially as
I
you
would say
graffiti. I mean,
because it used, you know how I'm an artist, so I'm gonna think of how to break it down or because some people will see like, oh, that looks like shit, it's scribbled, but then you drive by and you do see another graffiti, but it's like
all intricate.
It's nice,
it's
or
like
it's
a
detailed,
mural.
or it's like, say, it was shitty in that area,
All
and
of
they
it.
have
Even
something
if
really
it's
run
just stick
down.
figures that don't
And then
know how to,
on the what do you call it? The boarded up, the piece of board is like just a flower, and it was like, you know, just done so, and it was like they leave it. But if someone went over there and wrote "fuck," or like, you know what they write and shit, so.
Even if it's something obscene, like I still feel like
So I think
art.
they're leaving graffiti in certain places more, and then letting the art, like the art. Not that, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because the city wants more safer, more like everybody has to love. You know, it's a city, and graffiti, it's like its own style. It's a certain style. So let's not everybody's gonna. Well, what does that say? Or like, you know, they don't want to have to think about it, or they want to go to a certain.
Is that still art though?
To me, it is, but like,
nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Yeah.
Dope. That's really dope because sometimes I see it like, and I've never.
Especially on like trains and shit. Yeah. Like that does something to me. Graffiti on trains.
I love on the trains. We're from the South End, bro. It's right there.
Yeah.
You know what they did.
They tore it up behind where they tore the grain down. Grain elevator. It's not there no more. How long have you been over there? Haven't been over there?
I was on Whiting, bro, right by the Save-A-Lot right there on Western.
How long ago?
2021.
But I mean in that area where the tracks and shit was.
Oh no, that was 90,
that's more Colburn and
98.
Oh yeah, it's gone. It's
gone behind me.
It's gone. It's gone.
That's where they used to get it.
And
they got it. You know what I mean? That and on the other side over there,
the Rocks.
I mean? Yeah.
It was called the Rocks. It was this building they tore down, and it was just the big slabs of cement, but they left them there for a long time.
Yeah.
And then they
were just all
they were just overlap. Like my mom, they would be like the spotlight. Yeah. That and the grain elevator. You don't go down there. Yeah. Let me catch your ass down there.
So it was like I was like 19, 20 and shit. So I was like coming in and out because my mom lived there, but I lived there with my mom. But that was when I was doing music in the city. So I never hung out there because I was always downtown at Frankie's, Main Event, 128, all that. And like Club Gator, you're probably too young to know Gators. And
I know a Gators was I know one that's on Arlington. I think it's a little bar.
Okay, I'm talking about the one before that was by UT behind. It used to be Maxwell's Coffee Shop. You remember Maxwell's Coffee Shop?
I can kind of picture it.
It's right by UT, like on Bancroft. Like,
okay.
So you know where the 7-Eleven is on Bancroft, right? Yeah. So yeah, it was back there. There used to be a lot of fucking really good art back there, bro. Like just on people's like on the back because there's the alleyway. So all of the garages back there would just hit up, bro. But you see some of the most obscene shit, and it's like, still art. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry I tagged your house, bro, but look at it, it's dope. So it's kind of fucked up to how to think about it like that.
That, and then with the graffiti, the certain spots they get in. Yeah. Like, and then like, I mean, I know it, little things, you know, it can go, but like, say I just drove last night and that was not there.
You get there?
Right? Like, how is no one seeing you doing that? Like, I always wanted to catch. I mean, I wasn't telling them, but I'm just sitting there like driving. I want to see someone like.
Have you ever seen them?
No,
Never.
That's why they're in black, all black. I don't understand. Well, yeah,
it's sick. But yeah, art in the city has been, kind of the focus of a lot of our generation. You know, when I say the last 20 years, and I don't mean just like the visual arts. Like I'm talking about music wise. I mean,
oh yeah.
Right now we got an artist. Have you ever heard of Maserati Mike?
I'm not sure if I'm more familiar with faces than
Even if you don't listen to the type of music, it's kind of like trap music, but it's not. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's worth, and that, like I said,
new, like now.
Yeah, it's right now.
Okay.
I'll link you to him. But
Nice, yeah.
I want to see what you think about that. Like, what your honest opinion is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because just like I promote him all the time and everything I do, he does the same for me. I'm gonna do the same for
Why
you.
not? Like,
you know what I mean? So,
yeah, hell yeah.
but it's important to be verified and known. You know, like you don't have to be. Sometimes humble is humble, but when you see an opportunity to just be like, you know what, I can connect with this person if I can connect with that person.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
for sure. Like, why
it's so
wouldn't you?
worth it.
Because that is the only way. It's the new way now.
Yeah,
it is, and we have to like get the fuck in the car and go like, hey, are we're gonna meet up, even if it's like you have to. That's the only way people think if we're gonna take it serious. If you are serious,
Yeah,
you have to tell them you're serious too. Yeah. Not like it's a different. It's 2024. It's different now. Like right, people ain't fucking around. You know what I mean? Well, right. I'm not fucking around.
Listen, you brought this up, bro, and I ain't got time to fuck around either.
Right. That's why I think I'm trying like
so
hard.
I gotta ask you, bro. Like, things you don't talk about. Fuck that. It's Docwood Theory. I'm sorry, we're gonna take a left.
Oh shit. I don't know.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
What, like, let's just say you were in the you're under the concept of taking sides along this political journey that we're going down right now.
Here you go. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to answer the question, bro.
Go ahead.
Like, you don't have to answer the question, but it'd be really cool to get you to answer the question. Let's spark maybe a little bit of debate between like 8 or 9 people, maybe until 10.
Okay.
Where you stand?
I really don't stand. Yeah, I really don't understand. I really don't get into things like that just because it doesn't. Things are going to be the way they are with who's in charge. I feel you can be, unless it's like a popular thing. I feel there is who they want and who they're going to pick. I think
you feel you have the right to be sovereign and say, listen, I don't have to choose either one of you guys.
Right,
I'm doing what the fuck
right, because you see they both bash each other, they both whatever, and then
straight up
watching the stuff on TV now is like a joke. It's like
it's scary to watch.
It would seem like
it
would seem like they wouldn't air that like if you wanted to post it type shit rather than it's broadcasted like it's national.
Let's take another soft. Let's take another soft left. Right. Is that all right? I appreciate that. I often hashtag Blacks for Trump. Gotcha. Then what do you think about that? I have to ask. Not take me out.
Like what? Like what?
I'm saying like. I'm specifically saying that
like what?
It's okay to be a black person that believes that Trump, because I'm from Alabama, bro. I'm sorry, like I'm a small city in Alabama, and I'm conservative, bro. Like for real. Sorry, not sorry. You know, because this is how I was raised, and it's like, I believe in this country, and I genuinely believe that we have to stand for something. Because if we don't stand for,
for sure,
in the way of just like, popular opinion, because it's going to come down to it at the end. Like, I hate saying it. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to it. What side are you on? And it's not good or bad.
What do you mean, like Democrat or Republican, or what do you mean?
That doesn't matter. As far as like, what's good for this country, because that's kind of important, versus what's not good for this country. So like, and like you said, you don't have to vote. We don't have to vote.
Oh, right.
What would you say to someone who is a conservative? If you like, just say you have a friend and they're conservative, Do you think they're a good person or a bad person, or are you just like?
I'm just not go with the flow, but I think in this day and age, people like ride on it like a little too much,
Right.
where it kind of turns you off or turns me off.
Right.
Because I have like I have like certain family members that like that could be all they talk about, or like, you know what I mean? It's like as their cousin or something.
As if
And
their
it's like,
opinion
and
is
they're
gonna even
yeah,
make a
and
difference into what
they hear them like they just got off the phone with them, and it kind of weirds me out that they're like so weird on it, or like some that get like angry,
Right.
like I don't know,
That's
but I
why-
guess it could be in any type of thing you're passionate about, but that just seems like a celebrity. You know what I
It's so
mean?
good
Like
to
some
hear
you
that
don't
from
know them.
somebody your age, because I mean, everybody your age and above, they pick sides, and you're like, you know what?
But I do like to see, like, I get that, like, you have to, but have to vote, or like if your vote doesn't matter, but it's just like, oh, why can't it be like that without the voting?
Right, exactly.
Like, why doesn't we see what I'm saying?
That
It's
is
the
so
like,
dumb.
why? Just like do the just fucking do it.
Fucking thing.
Like, if you can control in certain aspects, why not control in that? It's the same thing. Just say it and
Has
it's
the
done.
capital to do it. Like, you know what? You can say to them, you know what? Hey guys, we have the money to fix.
That's what I
this
said.
neighborhood.
They make you feel like you're involved, and
you're not.
To me, no.
All you are is involved.
Or like you feel like you like. Here's a cookie. Here's the
Yeah,
third place coming in third place star you get.
Yeah, but if nobody else is involved, then it's just you. You don't have to worry about everybody else. What they
Right.
believe or what they
Like I
think.
voted, but I'm not gonna bitch about it. You get what I'm saying? I think maybe that part of it. Maybe that's why I don't get into. But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, bro. I don't know. I think right now the way the world's coming around, I think people are starting to reflect the times, and it's always good to talk to somebody who's fresh, who's brand new, but also an OG in it.
Oh, for sure, because they've been here before us. So
Yeah. Guys, this is Docwood Theory, Domingo Herrera, A.B.M.
Yep.
And guys, be looking out for all his work. It'll be on all of our, social media, and and then we'll have a part 2, right?
I hope so. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let me know.
All right, sounds good, bro. Thank you, bro. Have a good night.
All right.
And,
Thanks, you guys.
Yep. Peace out.